Okay, I'm back to do a couple of examples of balancing equations. So these are, the first one's quite straightforward and the second one's a little bit harder. So we want to just take a look at what we can do to make these balanced. So over here we've got two nitrates in this one, and over here we only have one. So what we could do is we could just balance that first. Let's see how that turns out. So we've got two. Now we have two nitrates, which is this piece here. And we have two nitrates over here as well. And that makes two hydrogens over here. And we already have two hydrogens over here. And we have magnesium here. And we have magnesium there. So on this side we have one magnesium. We have two nitrates. We have two hydrogens. And on this side we have one magnesium, two nitrates, and two hydrogens. So that one's pretty straightforward. Let's jump ahead to the second one. Second one's a little bit more difficult. So this one we have a slightly different type of reaction where the phosphate is being split up. So you can see the phosphorus here and some of the oxygen as well has been distributed between the water and the other molecules. So now what we want to do is that makes it a little bit more difficult to balance. So I'm going to look at the hydrogen first. So I've got 2 and 3 here. And so what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to try to balance that. So I'll make 2 here, that makes 6 hydrogen here, and 3 there. And then I'll evaluate what I've done and try to fix it based on what we've done. So the phosphorus, we have 4 on this side, and over here we only have 2 phosphorus. And over here we have 6 hydrogen, and over here we have 6 hydrogen. And over here on the oxygen side, we've got 13 oxygens. And over here we've got 8 oxygens. So that didn't work. And one thing that I talked about in class a little bit with a few people was sometimes the thing that can give you a hint on what you're supposed to do is the fact that this is odd and this is even. So we have to make them both even. And so this 3 was a poor choice because what we want to do is we want to make sure that we end up with even on both sides. So we have to multiply by an even number in order to make that happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and change this 3 to a 6. So I'm going to double up that one and then see what we get. So over here now, we don't have 13 oxygens. We have 16 oxygens. And we no longer have 16. We no longer have 6 hydrogens, but we have 12 hydrogens. Now, is there something we could pick over here that will help us accomplish the same thing? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to match those hydrogens up. So I got 3 here, so I need to do 4 times 3 to make that 12. So now we have 12. On the oxygen side, we have 4 times the 4 there, which makes 16. And for the phosphorus, we've got 4 times the 1, which is 4. So that's just a little hint that might help you out with some of the other ones. You can see that we match now and we have it balanced.